Have you ever wondered why a man who had everything, power, luxury, and a royal life chose to walk away from it all? What truth did he discover that made the whole world bow before his wisdom? Today, we are going to explore that divine truth. The 5 mind-blowing teachings of Lord Gautam Buddha that can completely transform your life if you truly understand them. Welcome to Lord Buddha Meditation, where we share life-changing stories, timeless wisdom, and spiritual truths that awaken your inner peace and purpose. If you're new here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to comment. Namo Buddha below to mark your spiritual presence. The first and most profound teaching of Lord Gautam Buddha is about the understanding of suffering and its cause. He taught that every human being on this planet experiences suffering, whether it is physical pain, emotional turmoil, or mental restlessness. Buddha realized that suffering is not caused by the world itself, but by our own attachment to it. We cling to desires, expectations, and illusions, thinking they will bring us happiness, but in truth, they become the very chains that bind us. He said that true peace begins when you start seeing things as they are, not as you want them to be. The moment you detach yourself from constant craving, you open the door to liberation. According to Buddha, when a person stops saying, "I want this," or "I hate that," the mind slowly finds balance. It's not about rejecting life. It's about understanding it deeply. When your heart stops chasing, it starts healing. The second great teaching of Lord Buddha is the path to mindfulness and awareness. He taught that every single action, every breath, every moment should be lived consciously. Most people live like sleepwalkers, lost in thoughts of the past or dreams of the future, never truly awake in the present. Buddha said, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." This one teaching is enough to awaken your entire being. When you are mindful, anger cannot control you, fear cannot dominate you, and greed cannot blind you. Mindfulness is not just meditation. It is the art of living fully aware. When you eat, eat with awareness. When you walk, walk with awareness. When you speak, speak with awareness. Through awareness, life becomes sacred. Every sound, every sight, every sensation becomes divine. That is when you stop reacting and start responding. And this is where the transformation begins. The third teaching of Buddha is about compassion and love for all living beings. He said that true love is not selective. It does not come from need or desire, but from deep understanding. He taught that every being, whether a human, an animal, or even an insect, seeks happiness and fears suffering. When you realize that, you cannot hurt another soul because you see yourself in them. Compassion for Buddha was the highest form of wisdom. He said, "Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal law." Imagine, if every person on earth lived by this one principle, wars would end, cruelty would disappear, and peace would reign in every heart. Compassion is not weakness. It is the greatest strength. It is the bridge between wisdom and humanity. When you act with compassion, you touch the divine within yourself and within others. The fourth teaching of Lord Buddha is about the impermanence of everything, the truth that nothing lasts forever. He said, all conditioned things are impermanent. Every emotion, every relationship, every success, every failure, everything changes with time. The biggest cause of human sorrow is the illusion of permanence. We think good times will never end, or we fear that bad times will last forever. But Buddha said both will pass. Like waves in the ocean, life moves in constant motion. When you understand impermanence, you stop clinging to moments and start embracing the flow of existence. You learn to appreciate what you have without fearing its loss. You also stop resisting what is painful because you know this too shall pass. That acceptance brings serenity. Impermanence does not mean hopelessness. It means freedom. When you realize that change is the only constant, you start living in peace with every moment. The fifth and the most liberating teaching of Lord Gautam Buddha is about self-realization and enlightenment. He said that no one else can save you. No God, no guru, no ritual. The light you seek is within you. He said, be a light unto yourself. Buddha's entire journey was not about worshiping a deity, but awakening the divine within. He discovered that truth and enlightenment come from direct experience, not from blind belief. He urged people to question, to observe, to meditate, and to seek truth through awareness. He never asked anyone to follow him. He asked them to understand themselves. Because once you truly know yourself, not your name, not your body, not your emotions, but your pure consciousness, you become free. Enlightenment is not something that happens in heaven. It happens right here in this very moment, when you wake up from ignorance and realize your true nature. The essence of Buddha's path lies in simplicity. He did not ask anyone to perform miracles or build temples. He simply asked to purify the mind. A pure mind becomes the temple, and compassion becomes prayer. His teachings were not meant for monks only. They were for everyone: kings, farmers, children, and even thieves. Buddha taught that the human mind, if disciplined, is your best friend, and if uncontrolled, your worst enemy. He said, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. Every thought is a seed, and your mind is the field. If you plant love, peace, and kindness, your life blooms with joy. But if you plant anger, greed, and jealousy, your life becomes barren. Every word of Buddha was soaked in compassion and logic. He wanted humanity to walk the middle path. Not extreme luxury, not extreme poverty, but balance. He said, just as the string of a sitar breaks if it's too tight, or produces no sound if it's too loose, so does life lose harmony without balance. The middle path is not just moderation in things, but also moderation in emotions. It's the art of living wisely. When you follow this path, you do not suppress your desires, nor let them control you. You simply observe them. In that observation lies freedom. Another profound layer of his teaching was the power of meditation. Buddha attained enlightenment through meditation under the Bodhi tree, and he gave this gift to humanity. Meditation, he said, is not escape from the world. It's understanding the world. It's like cleaning a mirror covered with dust. The more you meditate, the more you see your reflection clearly. You start understanding your thoughts, emotions, and patterns. Slowly, anger melts, greed dissolves, and ignorance fades away. You begin to feel connected with nature, with life, with everything. Buddha's meditation was not about chanting or rituals. It was about pure awareness, watching your breath, watching your mind, watching life itself unfold. His teachings also spoke about karma, the law of cause and effect. Every action you take, every word you speak, every thought you think creates an echo in the universe. That echo returns to you, not as punishment, but as reflection. Good actions bring peace, bad actions bring pain. But Buddha went deeper. He said karma is not fate, it's choice. Every moment gives you the power to create new karma by choosing awareness over ignorance, love over hate, truth over lies. Your destiny is not written by the stars. It's written by your actions. Buddha's wisdom was universal and scientific. He said, believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own experience. That is why his teachings are timeless. He didn't ask for blind faith. He asked for inner exploration. He wanted you to experience truth yourself. That's what makes his path unique. In his final message before his passing, Buddha said, all things decay. Work out your salvation with diligence. That means don't waste your life waiting for miracles. Live mindfully, act wisely, and awaken within. Because one awakened soul can illuminate 1,000 others. So, dear listener, remember, life is short, but wisdom is eternal. Let Buddha's light guide you to peace, mindfulness, and compassion. Start by practicing awareness today, in your thoughts, your speech, and your actions. Because the Buddha is not somewhere outside. He lives within you, waiting to awaken. And before you go, if these teachings touched your heart, like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to Lord Buddha Meditation for more such soul-awakening content. And don't forget to comment Namo Buddha below to mark your presence on this spiritual journey. Let's spread the message of peace and enlightenment together. Namo Buddha.